Hi guys, not sure if you can see me properly, especially in the shade. Sorry I've not posted for a few days. Well, I did actually post something last night. Sorry, this sun is just so, you can't even see me. But I did post something last night. But when you're vlogging like this, you can't even see me. Not very good, so I had to delete it. So just give you a quick update, just on my way to my career coach, I think she's called, that's her job I think. But yeah, I've got to meet her, so I'm just going to jump on the bus now, get into town and meet her, just to review everything that I've done in the past week regarding my job applications, which is another reason why I've not been as active on YouTube. Don't even know whether to mention it to her as another career for me, but we'll give you a quick update. Since my last video I did actually have 3 additional subscribers, so I will say thank you for subscribing, the first of many hopefully. But yeah, so I'm gonna check out now, hopefully get the bus. And I shall catch up with you sooner or later. Okay, so I've just got off a phone call off some woman in Manchester offering me a job, so to speak. Now, I've been on one of these jobs before where you go for the interview doing sales and marketing, but it turns out that you're just selling on the street, like canvassing, like just badgering people like who's your gas and electric, or we're doing this campaign, we're doing that campaign. You're in there in snow, sleet, rain, there's no office, they're not offering you an actual job, there's no contract involved. You're working on a self-employed basis, there's no hourly rates, you don't get any holiday pay, there's no maternity or paternity pay, they don't actually offer a job to you. It's just like a pyramid Ponzi scheme. A few months ago I went on 5 different job interviews doing these sales and marketing interviews in one day, and it turns out that they're all offering the same job. So hopefully this isn't one of them, but it sounds like it is. Reason being is that when I only sent her like my CV yesterday, and I've sent my CV to about 50 different companies this week. And she's like the first one to just call me like that straight away. That's typically how you know that it's one of these companies offering you a fake job. So yeah, I'm gonna detail that one to my career coach today when I get there, if I get there. But yeah, it's just very disappointing to think that these are like the only jobs available here at the moment. If you're not actually in work at the moment right now, then you've got no chance of actually getting into proper work with a real salary and a real job with real benefits. But we'll see, we'll give a benefit of the doubt. She said she's going to send me an email with all of the details. Either that or I could sign up for them, so they're recruiting at the moment. Not sure if they'd have me though. Sign up for the army. But yeah, that's another opportunity. Might have a chat with them when I go back, because I know that they're all about equal opportunities now. They weren't not so long ago, but they are now. So yeah. Okay, so I've just come out of the meeting with Serene, and basically she was offering me a different job in like a youth centre, maybe doing like, it's only 15 hours a week, but it's doing like music and building up the confidence and a variety of different skills that they're looking for, which is in Wigan, which isn't too far away from here. So I thought, well, that's food for thought. I might apply for that one. So she's given me that one to apply for, so I might go for it depending on whether I'm suitable for them or not. But I did make a documentary with a youth group, was it last year? I think maybe a year and a half ago. So I thought, well, if I do apply for it, then what I can do is maybe send them my show reel of the work that I did in the youth group, which may boost my prospects of getting the job with them, hopefully. So I'm just going to eat my Greggs now. And go back home and just start applying for more jobs, I suppose. That's all I've done all week. Apply. Not had much response, very little reply. So I've asked her to review my CV just to see whether it's suitable or whether I'm missing any critical elements. So she says she'll give me that feedback next week, but in the meantime I've just got to apply for every single job that I see on the market, which is what I've been doing, to be fair. But it's just a waiting game. So in the meantime I'll just give you a few more B-roll clips, I suppose. Another nice sunny day here in Bolton. It's quite warm. Well, I say it's quite warm, it's not, it's bright, it's not warm. But yeah, I'm just sat outside the town hall. I'll show you. By the way, it does look like the army are recruiting. But I don't think I want to get into the army. I do have family who've been in the army, who are actually in the army. I just don't think it would be right for me. Or I don't think I'd be right for them. Don't think I could do the training as well, the training routine and getting you up at 4 o'clock in the morning regime type thing. Don't think I'd be very good in that role. So I'll leave it to the boys who know best. But I would like to do something for my country. But I've got a call coming through, so I'll speak to you later. I actually feel like I'm actually in Mary Poppins. Let me show you. You know when she sang "Feed the birds, tuppence a day"? That's my job right now, feeding the birds. And when one comes, they all come. Shouldn't really feed the pigeons, but how else are they gonna get food? I think they rely on humans to a degree. Last night I was reading an interesting article about some girl on YouTube, Christina Crockett, I think she was called, Crockett, who'd been chatting to some guy in I think it was Saudi Arabia, online, and the video ended up on YouTube, but the guy ended up getting arrested. He was only like 15 or 16-year-old boy, basically. Excuse me for eating. But basically they arrested him for not complying with their moral values and such like. Which I found to be quite disturbing. But you think, you know, there's all different laws and legislations in all different parts of the world. But I concluded that if the Saudi government want to impose restrictions on people like that, they should just do a North Korea and just block the internet for everyone. Just shut it down. Like, what's the point of having the internet if you're not allowed to communicate with people? That's the whole idea and purpose of the internet, is it not? So yeah, when I watched her reaction video on YouTube, a lot of the comments were all saying, well, it was her fault. She was more interested in Phil DeFranco's response and somebody else on YouTube instead of the actual victim, which was the guy she was chatting to. But in my opinion, she did come across as quite humble and not as apologetic as she could have been, because really she didn't do anything wrong, but she got all of this attention, this notoriety, and the guy in Saudi Arabia literally got arrested. He could spend 3 years in jail. That's an up and coming story. I might be a bit late to the party with that one, but yeah, it made for an interesting read.